Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Nez Porter down here on Dartmouth Street. So what the city of Boston is planning to do, or they're running a pilot program, they're trying to see if it would be effective in shutting down Dartmouth Street between Huntington Ave and Boylston Street. Now there's a lot of questions that haven't been answered. They don't know what kind of programs or activities they will utilize this area for. How often would they use it? So I was explaining to the gentleman before I started recording that this used to be a two-way street. So I don't know if you guys remember this or not, but I'm gonna walk over here to the front of the Copley Library. So in front of the Copley Library, just about where that gentleman is standing right there, the curb used to go about that far, maybe a little bit more, but you can go out this way and the curb would come right to where that pole is right there. That pole right there. This traffic light wasn't there at that time. So that what they did over the years, they made this sidewalk extra wide. From what I can see right now, they don't really utilize this as often enough. Never mind trying to block off this, and they don't know what they're going to use it for. So that's the other question that gets me puzzled. And they do have a survey, but it's not online. You have to come in person. I'll show you a brief look at what the survey looks like. So if you're in the Boston area, the only thing you can do is you have to come in person. As of I know now, they don't have it online, but I'll give you an example of how it looks so you can come down in person and check it out. So this is basically the survey right here. I get another question. I know you don't know the answer of it, but whose idea would this have been, or where it came from?
This is like a multifaceted collaboration between the city and a design agency who would work alongside of the design agency that's remaking Copley Square.
Remaking Copley Square?
There's like 3 or 4 parties kind of working together on it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
This is so exciting.
So they want people's feedback on what they think about blocking off the street. Now, I would be all for it if I knew what kind of events they would have here. Because I don't know what kind of events they would be putting here and how frequently they'd be utilizing it, I'm gonna say no until I get more input. Because the same stuff they have set up here, they could put up here. So there's no need to block off the street just to put tables and chairs up. You have plenty of sidewalk over here, and also you got plenty of sidewalk over there. And it's bad enough the city of Boston is already making the streets narrow enough as they are. Just taking away another street won't really move the traffic any more effectively. Now, if they were going to say maybe once a week or every other Friday, we're going to have a farmer's market out here, we could park trucks along here and we'd block off this whole street for that Friday and Saturday, I would say, oh, sure, why not? Because now it's utilizing the space effectively. But if you don't know what you're going to put there and you just say you're going to block off the street, that's not how it works. You tell us what you plan to do first and see how it's going to work out. Then we decide what to do. So they have the same thing over here as well.
But I sit in traffic, more walk on the roads all the time. Yeah, and I live there. Yeah. And so
Can take a quick peek at that.
not the occasional.
It's just the plan.
The plan of what they plan on doing?
For the park right back there.
Or the park that's right behind us?
That grass area, they're gonna put in some more flowers and change the plaza a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Right. But I can't get out It takes me longer.
I would like to know who these planners are. One day I'd like to meet the planners and see who they are.
The name's right over there.
The names are over there? Let me check it out. One day I might have to meet these people in person and find out, like, are they from the city or are they not from the city or... So I guess they get some ideas for Coffee Square. Okay.
Black male, 6 foot tall, dark colored scooter, possibly painted over, no helmet, torn white shirt, faded, jeans,
All right, so that's what they plan on doing. I guess it's a pilot program. And just so you know, they got those are temporary cameras right there. I don't know if you guys know that or not. That box has a battery bank inside there with probably a small DVR. And when you look up the pole, you got, if I can find it now, where's it at? Right there. Here we go. You get another one on the other side too. Like 3 of them. I guess they're collecting data, information, and other stuff. There's another one there. If you look up, it's right there. Then you got one further down, all the way in the corner there. Same. If I can focus on it. There we go. Right there. Alright guys, so if you're in the Coffee area, come down and I'm gonna see if I get some information from some of the drivers and see what they think. Because the drivers are the ones that's going to impact. It's not so much of the pedestrians, it's the drivers of motor vehicles. I'm just going to grab one of these surveys to show them an example of what they have. It's okay to grab one of these surveys right here? I can pull that off. Here we go. Alright, take a quick walk over here. So, like I said, if you're taking a survey from people who are walking on foot, they're going to say, whatever they want to say. The drivers are the ones who are going to be impacted, so that's the survey should be taken by the drivers. So what I'll do is I'll walk over to the street here, and as these guys stop at the red light, I'll ask them what they think about Dartmouth Street being blocked off permanently between Huntington and Boylston. What do you think about Dartmouth Street being blocked off permanently over here? Permanently, think it's a good idea or a bad idea? No good, bad idea? Okay, one bad idea. A lot of these guys are detouring because of that, because they can't go that way, so they have to go alternative ways. This is a pretty busy street too. It's very, very busy. So you probably won't see no cars coming on this side because they have to go to the right anyway. Or you have to go to the left, I mean, sorry. I got a question for you. What do you think about Dartmouth Street being blocked off permanently? I work for myself.
Permanently in the summer would be wonderful.
No, permanently just all the time.
No, in the winter months it's just a seasonal time.
Well, that's what they're trying to do. They're thinking about doing it permanently.
Oh, really?
So what they're doing,
Interesting, yeah.
they're doing surveys to people walking through it, but they're not asking people who drive.
Right.
So they're not giving a fair survey.
No, I agree all the time because what they have done in the seaport, they could do almost down here is when it's festivities and a lot more gatherings, people could be more social in the area.
Right.
And cut down on the traffic. It would be wonderful.
So the thing is too, they're not quite saying what they're going to utilize the space for.
Right.
So if they tell us what they're going to utilize it for, then I'll be more for it. But right now, I kind of can't be for it because I don't know what they're going to utilize the space for.
Exactly.
So I just want something.
Walking the road too much. Be careful.
Oh no, I won't walk in the road.
I saw you over there off the curb now. You stay on the curb.
I stay on the curb, I promise. I stay on the curb.
All right, good luck.
Take care, have a good one. Oh sure, ask this question, go ahead.
Today, I was in the front here,
Uh-huh.
and the only problem I have, they had a call over on Boylston Street for a medical emergency.
Right.
Fire department gotta come all the way up here.
And go all the way around. So the fire department can't get through there.
They can't.
So that's impeding emergency vehicles. That's a good point. I like that.
And so they couldn't get through, and it's probably another 4 minutes to go on.
Uh-huh.
Especially the traffic up this way, and they go up with the left.
You know what? That's something they didn't consider that. I'm glad you said that because.
The other thing is it is too, the bond truck that's up there.
Uh-huh.
Great, it's great that I got people that want to live in it, and they want to try to protect us from everything else. We are New York City.
Right.
We can't make these big freeways.
I agree. Yeah.
And my problem with it is that bond truck can park right on that sidewalk.
Uh-huh.
There's plenty of space for these tables right there on that big ass sidewalk.
That's what. You know what? You said the same thing I said. They got a big sidewalk. They can utilize the sidewalk. They don't need this.
The bond truck back end to be facing the street.
Right.
The front to be facing the library.
You should work for the. You should work for the government.
See, my problem with it is the politicians that don't drive around the city and
Right.
stand up in the city hall and make big decisions because
Right.
You know,
They don't explore the city like me and you explore
the
it.
people that don't own vehicles don't have to go to work and transportation, all of those things.
Right.
And it's a very main road from the highway
Mm-hmm.
to come up here and get to all
I agree.
places possible. You know, I like the idea that you're going to do something that you know, even bag they have big ass content.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't care if they have a lot of people that are knocking on it again.
Right.
Clean that part of it up. I'd rather see them take the money invested in cleaning that part of it than, you know, helping them.
Right.
Because sometimes it's not their fault that they got it bad.
You know what?
It's all, you know.
All those points that you're saying are very valid points.
So these guys are making decisions. They're not out here every day.
Right.
They're up there. They have either transportation
Mm-hmm.
not these people making
Right.
decisions.
Exactly. So basically, some of these people are making decisions that probably never even explored this area.
Probably never did.
Probably never even came from this area.
If
That's
they did, ask him why the guy that had a heart attack across the street here, that they had to wait an extra 4 minutes to go down 2 blocks.
right.
Go around the public library, couldn't go down the other street.
Because one way.
And so they had to go 2 streets up by the Star Market, come back down to Boylston Street, come back over here to CVS.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's for 4 minutes wasted for EMS and fire department response.
Right. And on top of that, during the day, see that entrance to the Mass Pike?
Yeah.
They shut it down.
They shut down the Mass Pike during the daytime?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So until for about 4 hours in the morning during rush hour.
What? Any reason why they shut that down or no?
They're working. So that the thinking of it all is they're working in that street too.
Uh-huh. Oh, they're working
All
over
the
there.
traffic
Yeah.
has to go up Huntington Avenue.
Right.
If they're gonna do this, make those intersections, block them up, and then just make them flashing lights so people can get out of that.
Right. You know, another thing I know is the traffic lights don't work to move the traffic.
Right.
They're not organized properly to move the
So
traffic.
now what happens is everybody comes up the pike that needs to get downtown or whatever. They go around this building,
Mm-hmm.
come back over here, and over here
Uh-huh.
there's construction.
Yeah, I seen that construction. You're right.
Backside of the building. So
Mhm.
it's even tight over there.
Wow.
If they're gonna do that, take the parking spots along the street there. Nobody can park there while they're doing construction.
Right, they're doing construction.
So you have, you know,
Right.
there's 2 good lanes. People get up and.
See, unfortunately, you have a lot of good ideas, but for some reason, the people in the city don't want to listen to people with good ideas.
No, they don't.
They want to listen to people with bad ideas.
Right, and then they turn around and listen to the guy that lives in Back Bay that never lived in the house. Came out of Florida, he bought a black farm.
Right.
He turned around and he doesn't have to.
He-
Back Bay.
Right.
He's a health guy, so he does part-time work on health stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody charged them an arm and a leg, and then he go take a look.
So we need more input from people that actually travel these roads and live in this area, and because with it,
Boston's a tough city to drive around.
oh, I know. Trust me, it's like even when you get downtown, there's one-way streets going one way, then you got to find another one-way street going back the other way.
And what they're doing is it's an overpopulated older city, and the system, the street systems that they have here, all the money they spend, instead of saying, okay, listen, we don't have like, that's why they have the Charles River.
Right.
Go 3 miles one way, 3 miles back the other way, and money is paid for bike.
See, the thing is, we do have designated bike paths,
Yep.
but no one's utilizing. They're making it every street supposed to be a bike lane.
There's no rules for the bikers, so if
Right.
I gotta follow the rules,
They,
if some guy in a bike cuts in front of my vehicle and he hits my car,
and they don't have no insurance.
yeah, they don't insure to cover the damage it did on my car.
Right. And they hit a person. Who's covering that person?
Yeah, or the two-wheeling
Mopeds are,
moped
yeah.
trolleys there, they're flying down there with motors. They go faster than
Yeah, you're right.
mopeds.
So it's funny you said that. Dan Ray did a thing on it about maybe 4 months ago about bikers, and his thing was he should have a minimum insurance or some kind of registration if you're gonna ride a bike on a city road. At least if you damage a vehicle or hit somebody, at least there's some insurance backing or supporting you.
Well, the problem too is they got all the rental bikes. They hear people come from out of all the
Yeah, anybody can rent a bike nowadays. Yeah.
They rent the bikes and then they don't follow the rules when they get to do
Right.
whatever they want.
So you put all these.
There's a light here that's red. Why don't if they have to stop and.
Well, theoretically, bikers are supposed to follow the rules of the road. They're supposed to, but they don't. You're right. They don't. So
they know it as politicians.
right.
Say, I know you think that they follow the rules.
They don't.
Follow the
They don't follow the rules. You're right.
You know, and you can
You're absolutely right.
In Boston, they don't follow the rules.
Right. That's very true. So they're making all these bike lanes, but there's nobody enforcing the rules.
We have a great city here in Boston. And if you ask people about how clean Boston is, it's totally.
It's a big difference. Yeah, it's a big difference.
And so what happens is that these people sit there and they turn around. And they understand that you can't make it Boston. It's a clean city already. Don't make it like this. Miserable.
Right. Well, the thing is, we're building and we're building, but we're not improving the infrastructure. The infrastructure is very important. If you're going to build all these high-rise buildings, you got to build up the infrastructure as well.
The other problem that Boston has, and they still haven't done away with it, these double-wide buses.
Oh yeah, I seen those. Yeah.
We have a small city. We don't need those buses on the roads.
Those buses.
Smaller buses like this.
See, those buses are designed not to make any turns. If you're going straight down, like we'll say, like Huntington Ave, right, and you have a good turnaround area where you can turn the bus around. They're not designed to make these hairpin turns. So whoever designed the bus routes, they only put these bus routes on straight roads that don't turn.
I think you're better off to buy smaller buses like this.
Yeah.
And run more routes. Because what happens is now you got big buses, and now you're looking at them.
See, what you're saying makes sense. But the T's looking at it is trying to save money without hiring a new driver. So they don't want to hire a second driver to drive that second small bus. So they're top heavy. You know, the general manager makes $300,000 a year, but he doesn't do anything.
Right. If you have a smaller bus, the maintenance on that bus, they drive around it.
I believe you're right.
That salary they're going to save.
They're costing it on the repair on the bus.
And the problem with the key now is all union, right? So
right.
That's the biggest problem.
Yeah, you're right.
Because they all expect to raise every year.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to get the union done away with. There's no way to fix that.
Politics at its best. And you can't change that.
$9 would be impossible.
The question is, how safe is the tea?
I don't know. How many accidents, how many people have been hurt by the tea?
Well, they had a derailment yesterday on the commuter rail, so yeah, so brand new, yeah, you're right, brand new.
China, you know, they designed their train system to put up, and most of those they have it right away.
Right.
I always say, when we try to do it, if there's a problem or something, that's why I think that the places in
Uh-huh.
their international airport, probably the subway, probably.
Right.
If they fix the problem, they don't go around it.
They fix it right away.
They invest in it.
Mm-hmm.
They invest in infrastructure, and it makes the city.
That's what we need in the city of Boston. You find a problem, you fix it right away. Don't put it on the back burner.
And all the politicians vote on it. It takes forever to get things done.
Mm-hmm. They decide on which one's more important.
I used to drive Senator Kerry. We used to have all kinds
Oh, okay.
I've driven Mammonito, John F. Kennedy Jr.
Mm-hmm.
I've driven Donald Trump many years ago.
Okay.
I didn't vote for him. I mean, I used to work for the break-ins.
Right.
I'm an independent voter. I'm not a Democrat.
That's probably the best way to be independent.
I think if somebody's going to do the job, do the job.
Right. I agree. Whether they're Democrat or Republican, if they can do the job, give them a chance.
It doesn't matter what color you are, what race you are,
Right.
hybrid,
Mm-hmm.
I've gone to I have a friend of mine who's from Orleans.
Uh-huh.
I was in his wedding, his wife from Trinidad. We go to Boston all the time for food.
Mm-hmm.
We live out west out, Framingham, Lowell, Hillsborough. Come in to the city because we can have food, we can have entertainment, we can walk around.
Right.
We take for granted what we have here. And I don't think it's broken. That's broken.
Yeah, unless they tell me exactly what they're going to do with that and how they're going to utilize it. And if you're going to permanently close down that street, it's going to have to be used all the time.
My it didn't affect the traffic because you have crossover streets to go around that traffic.
Right.
So the people were able to go up and enjoy their biking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always a strong believer. We have bike trails that go all the way up to Chums and Massachusetts.
Yep, you just gotta know where they are.
If you want to do some biking,
Right.
you gotta get out of the city. Go up out to the Fellsway,
Mm-hmm.
and there's all kinds of mountain bike trails.
Right. We have quite a few trails in the city of Boston as well, but you just gotta know where they are. You know, like there's one that goes right between Dartmouth Street. It comes all behind the Southwest corridor there,
Oh, yeah.
all the way up to Forest Hills.
Yeah, and it goes across
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah, you got one on the along the Riverway that goes all the way along the whole Riverway there. You got one along that goes up and down Melina Cass Boulevard. There's a few of
This
them.
is all about a couple of vendors wanting to see if they can make money, and they want a foot traffic.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a good vendor,
Right.
foot traffic's going to come.
Exactly. I agree. If your food is good and word of mouth spreads fast.
Yeah.
So if you're selling good food in your truck, they're gonna come to you no matter where you are.
A lot of this is foot traffic. Okay?
Well, they got space over here along the Charles River. They park those trucks all the time over there. If they want foot traffic, they could park along there.
Right, or take it a couple of times.
Yeah, there's plenty of foot traffic over there. I was over there by the Esplanade yesterday. Tons of foot traffic over there.
You want to know what it is? The people that pay the state, all of this, the city, they get kickbacks from certain vendors.
Right.
And some vendors.
It shouldn't be that way though. That's politics. We should not base things off of politics. It should be based off of what's right and what's wrong.
What's right, what's wrong. And the problem with it is, you know as well as I do, there's a lot of people's hands.
Yeah,
Certain contracts.
you're right about that. It's funny you said that. I was talking about that earlier, how I'm not going to say too much about it, but how the mayor got into her position. She made so many offers to so many people. Now she's got to please these people now.
And now she can't, and some of them she's not going to be able to.
Right. She's definitely not going to be able to do
Burn
it.
those bridges. But here's another thing. Here's the poor guy that the state needs all these flowers in the middle of the winter. And
Right.
we have our own trucks. We buy the off-roads and that's
Mm-hmm.
you know, there's guys out there that haven't got paid for those plowing jobs for 2 years.
I heard stories about that. You're right.
And so now, every winter they have a hard time finding guys who come back and
Because they've been burned. You burn the bridge. And they say some people get paid right away, and some people don't get paid for like 6 months to a year, 3 years. Some people should chase some money after 4 years.
So my question to the politicians, they don't want to hear it. They just get the money they need.
Right.
Say, well, let me ask you a question. You turn around and you tell us we don't have enough money for the plowing.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? You still go to the fancy restaurants in Boston and you eat the meals.
Mm.
And all the medical bills are taken care of.
Right.
I mean, but we don't have enough money. And it's all about politics in this country.
The money's there, just being misused. Misused money. Like I looked at it, I'm saying the money is always there, but it's just getting misused the wrong way. And if they say the money's not there, they're lying.
It's the same thing as an example of the rappers that you can be paid for.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I would rather, for the woman that has 4 kids and welfare and all that, I would rather have a Senate bill for her to go off on the second floor, learn a job, learn something,
Right.
whatever, and in the basement have all the kids in daycare. I'd rather pay for that.
Right.
Because
Because you're rehabilitating them when you do it that way. Yeah.
and when the kids go
She can work and do something because the daycare is right there. That's not a bad idea though, when you think about it. Because if you have a housing where people who live upstairs, you have a daycare downstairs, people can potentially go out and get a job and actually work.
Right, I agree with the helping out the people in need.
Right.
But you're sending $40 to $50 $80 and we have babysitter.
Well, the thing is, we don't have to give money. It doesn't have to always be money. It could be, we can give them food. We don't have to give them like everything, but give them some food.
I want to give you an insight thing about trade. I work for
Mhm.
This country, like the country, they're going to be the source of higher, unmasked
Right.
wheat,
And we're gonna have nothing.
cattle. And you know, for instance, we should be doing that.
That's true.
Right here,
I agree.
make our own. We have the technology.
We have the technology to be independent if we wanted to. Like, we don't have to like outsource. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And you know what? It seems like these conversations are like circular conversations. Like the cheapest is always not the best way. You know, people think, oh, this guy's gonna do $1,000 cheaper. It doesn't mean it's gonna be better.
Yeah.
You know, and they do it all the time.
My boss always used to talk about politics.
Well, politics, it's good to understand it because then you understand why we're in the condition we're in. I mean,
Listen, you're talking about gentlemen that
yeah.
I served in Kuwait in 1990.
Okay.
My job was I flew down on the Navy and on a helicopter about as high as that flight.
Oh, that.
And I got on the ground and my job was the what they call it, running on the
Oh, okay. Wow.
I served 6 years active, 2 years inactive. And I had a brand new kid. They wanted me to go to Afghanistan. I said, I'm going stateside. I'm going home.
I hear you. Enjoy your life. I hear you.
Right here.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's me at the top left.
Oh, okay.
And that was
In the 90s, yeah. Well, you serve your country well, trust me.
yeah. I was only afraid when it was sliding on the cable.
I'd be afraid to do that too.
Well, I was there was the first couple when I did my
Yeah.
training. I was like,
Until you're going down a zip line and you don't know what's underneath you.
and the problem with that is they have a loop here. They have a belt where there's a loop in the ring in the front,
Uh-huh.
ring in the back.
Oh,
And you
okay.
grab that around you.
Mhm.
You know, when you're in the helicopter, there's 4 guys and they get on the runner looking in, and all 4 guys come down at the same time. You got one shot at it because you've got 22 seconds of that helicopter taking off. Whether you're hanging there or not.
Oh, really?
Because they don't want to get hit by an air missile
So you got 22 seconds from the helicopter to the ground.
to the ground.
If you don't get off quick enough, they're taking you
I
with you.
count to 15, I'm letting go out swinging.
Oh, wow. Well, that's good to know because you want to get down before 22 seconds.
We practice trying to get down in 12 seconds.
Right. The quicker the better.
We average was about between 12 and 15
Wow.
seconds.
That's good to know.
So now you know.
I never knew they had a time frame, but it's good to know that.
They give me these jobs like I'm driving the NBA.
Or the basketball players.
Yeah, no, I've got these guys are the guys that are. I have the operations manager for the whole NBA.
Oh, wow. So you're an important person too.
This guy here, his name's Sam. Sam over here thinks
How you doing,
it's okay today to sit in the corner here and have 1 mile on his car today. He thinks that's okay.
Gas is expensive, yeah.
You paid just as much as me and you were having done a day. Car's clean, he's eating fat, he's good.
Well, I tell you one thing, you're a smart man. You know a lot. You have a lot of knowledge.
But have fun.
See,
Ask
people
a
like
bunch of
you,
people.
like you'll be a good mayor, but they never vote for you because you got the good ideas.
Yeah, plus I have a great crappy joke. That's up to you.
Well, we need a person with a sense of humor.
Yeah.
You know, politicians can't always be serious all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Sure.
You gotta have a sense of humor.
I drove Mayor Menino, and he would always I always brought the guy over to the flower show.
Uh huh.
He would always tell one bad joke over there every time.
Wow.
Mr. Menino, that was not a good one. That was not. Yeah, I could have done a better one, I think. You know, but I go with Menino.
Wow.
So I'm almost done here.
It's good talking to you, though. Keep up the good. Nez.
Nez, I'm Jody.
Nice to meet you, Jody. Take care. A lot of wealth and knowledge and understanding in the community. You just gotta go check it out. If you don't look for it, you won't find it. Like the gentleman was saying, he thinks it's a bad idea because of the fire apparatus and ambulance it took them another 4 minutes to get to a person having a heart attack, and that's not good. All right, guys, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Just wanted to show you some activities in the city of Boston. I think I was all here long enough. Did about 38 minutes, which is longer than what I expected. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.